Okay. Chirac Cave. This datapad appears to have belonged to a Sith Tukata trainer. I've released several of my best trained Tukata into the caves to finally eradicate the Chirac infestation. So far so good. My only concern is the eagerness the beasts have for the hunt. I must apply extra punishment to the Tukata that ignore their masters, or they revert to their predatory nature.
You have left me an opening!
Force shield. We have force shield, now we have force mask. Okay, force shield is the better version of the force mask, with more negatives on the encouragement list. But it really is a very good one. If you would make a warrior, this would be an excellent item. Because you rely on your combat capabilities instead of your force bars to kill things. Maybe you heal or something like that, but most of the time you'll just kill everything in a second. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you could get Cyan to 0 health in a turn with a properly made built warrior. Ceramic jar. Aratech Echo Belt. Stealth plus 10. Dexterity plus 4. Yeah. More dexterity.
I am listening.
Yeah, that's our goal on the other side.
You have left me an opening! You have left me an opening! You have left me an opening!
Yes, you seem to be saying that a lot. Other side of the bridge is the goal, but I do want to see what's here. There could be valuable items. Not Korriban grenades, but something like force crystals. Some force related items. Lightsaber related items. Yeah, these are weak. Computer spot. Exarchon's light pulse.
At last, action. That's another one for me.
Yeah, there's nothing really valuable here. Yeah, nothing.
Shouldn't take long. At last, to action.
Restorative Underlay Mark 5. It has a good random item. It costs several hundred what they are, component parts to build what, and a lot of skill. So if you could have found something like that much earlier on, that would have been amazing. Now, yeah, it's nothing. One more terrain to take at least. That's something to see. Assassins.
That's another one for me.
You have
Trap.
left me an
Another
opening!
one for me. That's another one for me.
Unarmed Specialist 7. Master Revitalize. Aratech Cardio Regulator. Stun Fear Horror. Yeah, I'll keep the immunities on him. He could benefit a lot from the cardio regulator, but his current equipment ensure that he's able to function against any enemy. And since he's a warrior, he's gonna be hard pressed to defeat Echani accuracy gloves. And what are Echani accuracy gloves? It's really plus 5. But the accuracy gloves damage physical plus 5, plus 1 when unarmed. Yeah, these are no good.
I am ready.
They could have been good a long time ago, but now they're not. We see. Let's begin the real part.
The power I felt coming through the cave is just ahead. As I told you before, you do not have the strength to enter this place yet. You should return here later when your power has grown.
What? I'm about to end the game soon, probably, so... What do you need? Yeah, you need to be basically a prestige class go there, so we're not gonna go there. That's pretty much the good side, that the game discriminates against anyone not aiming to be a light side or dark side. prestige classes, unachievable locations, block out, things like that. I think it's intended, it's not planned because of that, it's intended to prevent you from getting there at the early parts of the game. It's like no one even thought about the possibility that someone might not want to play that way. Watch them right in the ear. Well, there's nothing left for us really too, so we're going to go to Dantooine instead of this very interesting place that we can't go into. It's been a long time since the war. I'm surprised you're still functioning. No. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother to talk to anyone. I want to go to Dantooine immediately. Although, maybe talk to Kreia. No. No. Dantooine. Ding, ding, ding. Level up. Dexterity. No. 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 Yes. No. We might as well. Force immunity stun. Unarmed specialist 2. We need some kind of a. We need to upgrade his melee special attack so he doesn't use the critical strike. Anything else? You're an armor user, so yeah, I'll take that. Massive power attack. That's better. Yeah, he's good enough.
I am ready.
Let's get going. I think we should be able to gain access to the Jedi Enclave now. This is pretty much the last place I can go. It appears intact now, at least more intact. Is the door open? Yes, probably. Yes. So, the fated meeting with the Jedi Masters.
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Onderon Lord, I bring news of the Jedi, a place where you may feed. Telos, Master. There is an academy of Jedi on Telos, perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you. And enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
Yeah, I think. How do we Kreia plans to kill Zion? That's not clear to me yet. But Telos is her plan to kill the other one. The one with the Mickey Mouse mask. Blue. Yeah, let's meet with the council. I'm not too interested in the loot.
It has been some time. The years have not been kind to us both, it seems. But perhaps now they will see the truth at last.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
Okay, why did you cast me out of the order?
We cast you out of the order because you followed Revan to war. There was no other reason.
No, there was another. You had become different somehow, changed. The war had changed you.
You were no longer a Jedi, but we could not tell you why. Some explanations mean nothing unless the one who suffers comes to the answer on their own. What had happened to you was punishment enough, and the Jedi do not kill their prisoners.
And if you had stayed, you would have changed us, and that we could not allow.
Changed you? What do you mean?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
My companions, what about them?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
They follow you, without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
Are you saying I'm controlling them?
It is not an easy thing to explain. Sure, you are familiar with Force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
How did this happen?
We do not know. But it is not the first time you felt the weight of so many lives.
And that is why the Mandalorian Wars echo within you still.
So all those days at Malachor.
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian Wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxum. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
It's the same thing Kreia said. So that's what Kreia doesn't fear it. She wants me to do something. Connection to the Force is even stronger than before.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger. And the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
You know what the choice is. If you don't warn them, then the Republic will fall. All those countless lives, innocent lives.
Or the one.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi. But that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith. You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
Yeah, I won't give up.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from her.
What?
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the Exile. We sought to lure the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine, Vrook? on its scarred surface and in the minds of the settlers. I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, Kavar, so close to the call of Daxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one.
And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live.
But I see what happened now.
It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars? Of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force.
See it through the eyes of the exile. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
If I lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is a failing of their teaching.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy, I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
You have gained a new light side force power, force, and enlightenment. Which is what? This power allows the Jedi to use the light side of the Force to enhance the Jedi's powers. The best of the Jedi's speed, armor, and valor powers are instantly activated at a reduced cost. This power is useful to quickly become ready for difficult battles. So, let's look at our stats. Okay. Quite a bit better. Then we should have attack from the lightsaber, attack from the attack from the Master Flurry, and then I think a couple more attack from the Master Speed. What does it do? No, it doesn't give me faster speed. No, the best of the Jedi's speed, armor, and valor powers are instantly activated at a reduced cost. But it didn't seem to do much. I don't know. This master is dead, drained of life. His body is worse than lifeless. It's like an absence in the Force. So Kreia basically did exactly that. Yeah, no Force anywhere. This is what I think the Mickey Mouse Sith Lord is trying to do with everything that's connected to the Force. Same as me. But instead of just creating those connections and lending power from them, it's spreading the absence of the Force, basically corrupting and killing everything. If you saw the cutscenes with his crew, they were sort of like zombies and not living beings anymore. So I guess everything that is close to it that gets created with those bonds dies. Even if he doesn't kill them, he feeds on them constantly. That's what they're afraid. I guess that it gets spread, and in time all Force dies, and that means all living things die. Death of the Force. And I guess that's sort of what Kreia also desires to an extent. That's the plan with the Telos. It's a dead world. Yeah, since it's a dead world, so I guess they're trying to get him to use his powers on a dead world to try to suck out all those connections that don't really exist there. All the Force there, and damage himself, make himself vulnerable. I have still no idea how the hell does Kreia plan to kill Zion? Okay. Where's Kreia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her. They know who she is now.
Where are they taking her?
They'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith. Are you surprised? All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and standing on your own 2 feet? Sorry, you don't get any more Sith than that. Still, if we were all judged by who we were in the past, I don't think you'd understand who we are now.
The Sith are planning to attack Telos. Everything will be decided there.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Is something wrong? You look troubled. I can feel it.
I fear I have been influencing you all without realizing it.
I do not understand what you mean.
Do you ever wonder why you're with me?
Never. I believe in what we are doing, what you are doing. I'm here because I choose to be.
But what if the Force is just controlling all this?
I simply do. There is nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. Something happened within the Enclave. What is it?
I learned that I form connections through the Force, and that is why others follow me to their death.
Then they do not understand you. That is the danger of being a Jedi. When one separates themselves from others, chooses to lead a life of isolation, denying what makes them a feeling being, it is easy to make such judgments. And such judgments, I believe, are made in ignorance. There is no danger in what you represent, other than your humanity. You change others, but I do not believe it is due to the Force. I believe it is because you are a natural leader, and because you feel connected to the people around you.
Where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life.
And that perhaps a life lived without the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go alone. I ask that you do not.
Instead, take strength from your connections to others. Do not forsake them, as you did in exile.
There are others who need to know you. Telos needs you. The planet and all its people are in danger if we do not stop the Sith now. Then the Republic will fall. Admiral Onasi, I have found the exile, and that which hunts the Jedi. The Sith will attack Telos. They believe many Jedi lie hidden on its surface. We are going there now to aid them. Mikal out.
Who is there?
Who I am is not the question.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you. It is not the first time we have met, Atris. I was here before.
With the exile?
Yes, I was here both times when the exile was brought before you.
Who are you?
I was the one who asked her to be exiled.
You seem familiar to me. You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Treya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you. You have gathered Sith holocrons, Sith teachings from across the galaxy. It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
I have sought to preserve the Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this place, so I might find them and stop them.
I had wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Telos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered its destruction to mark the beginning of the Jedi's civil war. It was a message that there would be no place for the Jedi to retreat, to hide. I would not be surprised if Revan left other gifts beneath the surface of the planet. Much can be buried beneath graveyards that will never be found.
When the Sith attacked, I felt Telos die. Turbo lasers fell like lightning upon the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices, screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts leave their mark on the galaxy. Their cries travel far, though few can hear them.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Alacor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did she betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved. The one that you cast out.
yet.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, she will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it. Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
Yeah, and I think this is a good place to stop for now.